Namaste everyone, welcome to week 1. So today we are going to look at the sun salutation called Surya Namaskar. It's a very beautiful practice. It's just 12 positions that you need to know, and I'm going to take you step by step so that you will be able to do it every morning if you want to. It's really nice stretch in the body and also starting to strengthening the core and all the muscles. It does basically everything. It is used in a lot of practice to warm up the body, but you can use it on its own in the morning or any time when you want to have a little stretch. And we always start with the right hand side and then the left hand side. So what you might need for your practice is blocks or books that you will just put at the front of your mat so that we can put our hands. And the thing with blocks is quite good because you can have 3 different settings, so first one, second one and third one. If not, you can use books. Try and make sure that both books are the same thickness. And if you've got a lot of knee issues, you can use a blanket. I've got this bad boy, which is great. It's like just a foam thing, but a blanket is absolutely fine. And your mat, and make sure that you take your socks off so that you don't slip, and that's it. So let's get started. So you are going to start facing the top of your mat and I'll be facing you. So we're going to start in mountain pose. Mountain pose is entirely up to you. It's a standing position. You might want to have your feet and ankles touching, or you might want to have your feet hip width apart. So if you don't know how wide your hips are, just going to open your feet into the first position as in ballet, and then bring your heels behind your toes. And that's my hips. Sometimes we think we're like this or just too small, but that's about there. So what we need to, it's not just standing mountain pose, it's actually a very strong position. So looking at your toes, you're going to bring your toes without putting too much pressure on them. You're going to try and bring your toes towards your heels, and that will start creating an arch in the arch of your foot, and it will start engaging your shins. Then the next step, you can have your knees slightly softened, not completely bent, but just a little softened. We don't want to lock the knees because we don't want to damage the ligaments. So just soften the knees, but start still lifting the kneecap, engaging your thighs. So just as a mountain, we have got a really strong foundation. The next step in your mountain, you're going to bring the tailbone under. So you're trying to align everything. Bring the tailbone under, bring the navel in, roll your shoulders up to your ears and back, trying to lift your chest towards the ceiling. Your arms, the energy goes all the way to your hands, so we're not having fishy hands, it's just all the energies coming all the way from the ground, and we're trying to lift towards the sky. The chin is parallel to the floor. So that's our mountain pose. So, facing the front of your mat, just founding your mountain pose, and take a couple of breaths. You can start engaging with your Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, exhale. Just notice your feet on the ground. Then you're going to bring your arms over your head, and your biceps are by your ears, and your arms are really trying to reach the sky. So stretching the sides of the body. And then it's entirely up to you. You can come back with your arms open all the way down, but my back is flat. Or take a deep breath, engaging, trying to stretch. And on the exhale, you can come all the way forward with your arms in front of you and still flat back, engaging the core. And then coming to place your hands onto the floor for a forward fold. Now here comes, it's entirely up to you. We are here trying to really stretch our hamstrings and trying to send our sitting bones to the sky, whilst trying to really place eventually our torso on our legs. But the main thing that we're trying to do here, as well as stretching, placing your hands onto the mat, engaging your belly, and you're going to go a little bit forward so that your weight is more on your hands, pushing with your fingers, and then you're going to roll back, putting your weight on your heels, relaxing the head, coming forward, and then coming back, and trying to find the balance of your weight between your hands and your feet. Once you find that, just releasing your head, there is no pressure on the neck, and take a couple of breaths. Again, you can engage your Ujjayi breathing. And then we're going to peel the hands off the floor. So you can place your hands onto your shins, just so we have a flat back. If your hands are touching the floor, you can just peel the hands and just lift it. We're looking ahead. I'm going to step our right leg as far as we can at the back of the mat, and we're looking forward. Now the hands are here to help us move, but in that lunge, we can stand basically without the hands. And then you're going to place your hands onto the mat, and you're going to engage your core, lift that left leg, and coming into downward facing dog. Now downward facing dog, your feet are parallel, hip width apart, and sometimes what we find is this. So you two forward. So really bend your knees and push with your hands, especially with your thumb and your second finger. Push, 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 so that you're trying to send the sitting bones to the sky and trying to flatten your back as much as you can. Your ears, just shake your head from left to right to check that your ears are in line with your biceps. And really push, because we really want to extend our back. And then as much, if you can, trying to bring your heel towards the floor, but without compromising the spine. Engaging the belly. And then you're going to roll forward into plank position. So your plank, sometimes I find myself that I'm just too high up, really needs to be like a log, looking forward, and everything is aligned. Take an inhale. On the exhale, you're going to bend your knees, place them on the mat, and then bring your chest and your chin, your sitting bones are still really up, and then you're going to snake forward, untucking the toes, really pressing the toes on the mat. If you've got lower back issues, you can widen your legs, and you're going to press, not necessarily with your hand, you're going to engage your core. We're going to come into cobra by engaging our back muscles and rolling the shoulders, really opening the chest. And then you're going to push with your hands, engaging your core, and tuck your feet under, and coming back into downward facing dog. So for me, I need to bring my feet forward a little bit, and that's absolutely fine. It's all about finding what's right for your body. Then you're going to look ahead, you're going to bring the right knee, bending the right knee, bring it forward, back into your low lunge, and then bring the left foot forward, and then we're coming back into forward fold, so you can use the bricks, releasing the head. And again, it's completely up to you how you want to come all the way up. So we can open the arms, really engaging the belly. You can soften the knees, but engaging the legs and the glutes. Open your arms wide and over your head. Or start bringing the energy forward, engaging your core, arms to the sky, ears by the biceps. Placing your hands into prayer position, and then we're back into mountain pose. And now we're going to do the left side. So find your feet, notice your breath, and we're going to bring the arms over the head, bicep by the ears, and then coming all the way forward into forward fold. Engaging the belly, releasing the head. We're going to lift the hands, place them onto the shins. It's actually really helping to place them onto the shin, because for me it really gives me that push, as in it reminds me that I need to bring my arms straight so that it will really push and lift my chest and lengthen my back. And then back down. Stepping this time the left leg back, coming into a lunge, looking forward, lengthening the spine, placing the hand on the mat, pushing with your fingers, lift that right leg, coming into downward facing dog. Coming forward into plank position, and then bringing your knees, your chest and your chin, untucking your toes, push with the back of your feet, and starting to bring your torso forward, rolling your shoulders back as if you were trying to catch a book between your shoulder blades, and starting to engage your core, really pressing with your feet. Remember, if you've got lower back issues, just widen your legs, and then lift as far as you can. We don't need to go all the way up, just 90 degrees, absolutely fine. And then coming and bring your seat back to your heels and tucking your toes. And then lifting your sitting bones, coming into downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, bend your knee, really bring it forward. And then your right foot forward, forward, forward. And then engage your core, your legs, coming all the way up. Hands in prayer, and mountain pose. So that's it really for the sun salutation. But the next step, because the sun salutation is a vinyasa, so vinyasa means we have the breath and we have the movement, and we engage the breath with the movement. So if you're just starting, just to get to start familiar with the moves, that's absolutely fine not to engage that breath. But I do find that it starts, first of all, blocking your thoughts in your mind, but then again, it goes with the flow. So I'm going to go with the, how can I say? I'm going to teach you now sun salutation with the breath. So founding your mountain pose. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up over your head. Exhale, coming into forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, look ahead, step the right leg back. Exhale, left leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, bring your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, tuck the toes, back of the feet on the mat, push forward, coming into little cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right foot forward. Look ahead. Exhale, left foot to right foot, coming into forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Bicep by the ears. Exhale, mountain pose. And we're going to do the left side. Found your mountain. Inhale, arms all the way up over your head. Stretch, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, engaging your core. Step the left leg back, look ahead. Hands onto the mat, exhale, right leg back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward into plank. Exhale, bring your knees, chest and chin. Your elbows are really close to your torso. Tucking your back, tucking your feet under. I can't speak anymore. Inhale, snaking forward, bring the shoulders back. Exhale, seat to heels, tucking the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, look ahead, step the left foot forward. Exhale, right foot to left foot, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, bicep by the ears. Exhale, mountain pose. So that's it for sun salutation. Once you get the moves and the breath, I really love to put it with music. I think it just makes it more fun. So just have a go, have a practice. I hope this really helps. Namaste, see you next week.